Hey, so I thought I would do a video on all the anthologies that I did this year. This year has been quite a special year for me. A lot of really interesting and wonderful things have been happening this year. And one of the really nice things is that I was asked to do so many anthologies, and so here we go. So the first one that I want to introduce is the Vaillancourt book of World Horror Stories, Volume 2. Importantly, this is Volume 2. There is a Volume 1, which is also really, really wonderful. Well, Bora Chung did a story for this, of course, and I translated. It's called Mask, and it's a very, very creepy story, very much in line with Bora's work, if you are familiar with it, if you've read Curse Bunny. And we actually got asked to participate in this one. And it's always nice to be asked instead of, asking to participate in something. It's like there's that extra special something. That was very, very it was a big honor. A lot of different voices and a lot of different countries. Here's like a list of the some of the authors. The story that we contributed, I'm just like very, very happy with because I feel like it really, like everything Bora does, it really captures like the horror of the horrors of Korean society and living here. So, yeah, I feel like that is like a really, really, this was a really, really fun book that we did. And I hope you go out and get it. I believe this was supposed to come out in 2021, but it ended up coming out in 2022 because I like something about the pandemic years where just everything just like kept going wrong. Today I have like 4 anthologies that came out this year that I'm supposed to introduce you to. There's supposed to be 5, but I'm not sure if that 5th one is going to come out this year because apparently there's a worldwide paper shortage and yeah. Anyway, next one is All Walls Collapse. This is Stories of Separation, and it is published by English Pen and Comma Press. So this is a anthology of stories that have to do with, borders and how all borders, are supposed to collapse. And we were asked to do this one as well, I believe. My contribution is a translation of Kyung-Suk Shin's story titled What the Cat Passed On. I can't even remember the title. Oh, terrible translator. Anyway, What the Cat Passed On by Kyung-Suk Shin. When I first got the story through Kyung-Suk Shin's agent, I thought, wow, oh no, this story is being narrated by a cat. Kyung-Suk Shin, you might win the Nobel Prize someday. Like, you can't be writing cat stories. And then by the time I got to the end of the story, I was like crying because it was such a wonderful and moving story. And I almost felt bad for everyone else in this book because I hope you bring it because our story is really, really awesome. But lo and behold, like it really has like an amazing list of authors and translators. Like, Daniel Han is in it, Rosalind Harvey is in it. This was really, really fun to do. I also did an English Pen event with Christina Toth and at Hay Festival. And that was like a last minute kind of like thing. It was during the Booker Prize like after party where everyone is like in the pub and we're all getting drunk. And Will Forrester, who is one of the editors of this book, came up to me and was like, Anton, I heard that you were going to Hay Festival, can you be in a panel tomorrow? And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So that was like really, really, that was a really fun moment. And Gitanjali Shree, who is also in this book and who is of course the winner of the Booker Prize this year, she zoomed in and it was like, for her, it was like the end of a very long day of, reporters. But she was like a trooper, and so she was like zooming in from her hotel, and in the corner you can see like one of her relations was sharing the hotel room with her, kind of like chilling like on the bed. I mean, they were like, you can just see their head, and they were just like chilling, and it was like it was very funny, and Gitanjali was brilliant, and her story is brilliant, and I hope you pick this one up because This is a really great book, just like as a book. It's a great anthology, but you know, as a book, it's also like terrific. I mean, same for this book as well. They're really all really horrifying and like super high quality, and like I guarantee you, like if you are a fan of horror, you have to get this book. It's so good. Okay, the next one is Age of Doubt by Park Kyung-mi, and this has 8 translators. Do you see them? Why does a book need 8 translators? It's a very good question that I am not allowed to answer as of this taping. Park Kyung-mi is of course famous as the writer of Toji, which is one of Korea's landmark novels. I almost said like books, novel series, but it's actually one novel that's in several volumes. Let me show you what I mean. So this is Toji volumes 1 through 10. This is Toji's volumes 11 through 20. It even comes with like an index, a separate volume, an index of all the characters, all the main characters that appear in this saga. As you can imagine, no full-length translation of this book exists in any language that I know of yet. For now, we have Age of Doubt by Park Kyung-mi. This was a really great Onward Star project. Onward Star, I love them. I hope to always have like a book with them, like, you know, in some part of the pipeline. They're of course, you know, the publishers of Cursed Money and Underground Village. Here they are. So it's really exciting to work with them again, and I hope to continue working with them. My story is the title story. This is by design. When they asked me which story do you want to do, I said, oh, I want the title story. Because I wanted my story to be, you know, the title of the book. No, I mean, like, I actually do love my story the most. But, you know, all of the stories are so great. Like, Mato especially, I think, did like such a great job, like doing the longest story. It's almost 100 pages. It's like most of the book. But yeah, but everyone, like every single one of these translators, like they are, you know, the best of the best of the best, and they're so wonderful. And I'm so proud to be in the same anthology as them, as a Korean translator especially. The final book that we are going to discuss today is Violent Phenomena. I did not contribute a translation for this book. This book is a book of essays, and it's written by, is it mostly translators? Or is everyone just a translator? I'm just so honored to be in the same, to be edited by, you know, Jeremy Tiang. I mean, there's so many of my friends are in this book. This book I was not asked to do. I had to audition. We submitted a proposal and a little bit of what we thought would grow into our essays. I don't know about everyone else, but mine got edited so much that it was like, what is it, the Ship of Perseus, where none of the original text survives. I'm especially so proud to be in this book because so many of my friends are in it, like, you know, Sabat is in it, Lucia is in it, Mona Kareem, Maju, and like Dr. Kayama L. Glover. I mean, like, come on, Gitanjali Patel. Like all of these people who are not only my friends, but people that I just like really admire as translators. And for me to be just talked about in the same book, it's just phenomenal for me. Of course, like once I read their essays, I was a little embarrassed for myself because I feel like mine is not the best by any stretch of the imagination. I think mine is okay. But, you know, let's face it, like when you're among legends, like these wonderful writers that, you know, someone has to be the weakest link, so yeah. So yeah, those are the books that I have been anthologized in 2022. I would love to do another anthology. Well, I'm not sure if I would like to edit another anthology, but, you know, I would like to be in another anthology because editing an anthology I am finding out a lot of work. And I am enjoying many aspects of it, but the editor of an anthology has to be like an extremely enterprising person, and I'm just very lazy. I hope you check these out and have a good one.